Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our class, online Pali reading class, day 10. And today we will be going to finish the Maṅgala Sutta. So I hope we may be having kind of a revision, a little bit of, as much as we could. So yeah, so let's get started by paying homage to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. Right. Last Saturday, I was able to see some of you in a Dhamma talk in a local temple nearby. Some of you, so happy to see, and some others I saw them in some other places too. Yeah, that was a time of happiness too. Yeah, thank you for coming and then listening to the Dhamma talk, and then yeah. All right, so let's go to the Evangeline. All right, so Maṅgala Sutta, section 12 to 14, which includes 31 to 34 blessings, and then 35 to 38 blessings. So this will be the end here, the last stanza, which I would say summarizes everything about the whole sutta. Right. So as you know, that we may be taking some time in pronouncing, I would say reading the Pali text. So that will be the time now. Let me recite the first stanza here, section number 12. Tapocha brahmacharyancha ariya sachana dasana nibbana sachi kiriyacha etang Maṅgala muttama. One more time. Tapocha brahmacharyancha ariya sachana dasana nibbana sachi kiriyacha etang Maṅgala muttama. Today I also added another page just to see some of the differences of the pronunciation. You see here, palatal, yeah, and then cerebral, yeah, and dental. Yeah. So if you can see this part, kakagaganya is a guttural. Kakagaganya. So it's the normal, I would say, nasal. Sing, very fine, sing in English. And then this nasal, you would see a little differently. We call it palatal. That means your palate is being used for that. In the case of these English words, chacha, jajanya, and then this nasal is what you call by retroflex or cerebral. They say it started from the cerebrum. Tata Daden, like Nagoya, say Nagoya is a Japanese city. So yeah, those ones, this N is the normal one, like, you know, no, is what you call by dental. So in case you feel I would say unfamiliar with these nasals, please go to this, what you call the blog post, call it Pali pronunciation, and you can see how it can be at least be pronounced in, you know, conjunction with English words. Right, and then here, this is another blog I made today to see 38 blessings exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. This way. So we are going to be discussing Tapucha. Yeah, 31. Yeah, to the end. All right. Okay, so let's give the opportunity for the groups to recite. Group 1. Somebody from group 1. Yeah, you could raise. You could actually raise the hand. Raise the hand in the sense of the button over here. I know who is that. Somebody from group 1.
Bhante, may I? My name is Anand.
All right.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha arya sachana dassanam nibbana satchikiriyacha etang mangalang uttamang.
Yeah. Group 2. Yeah, Tim, let's go ahead.
I have to read again?
No, there's another
Okay.
participant from group 2.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha arya sachana desanam nibbana satchikiriya cha etam mangalam uttamam.
Can you read the second line, please?
Arya sachana dasanam.
Dasan. I heard a little differently. Yes, Arya Sachana Dasan. Great. Yeah. This doesn't seem to be a very complicated stanza. All right, somebody from group 3. Yeah. That was you. Group 3. Oh, we have Corina, Jitong, Kanhui, Kao Chong In. Anybody? Group 4?
Bhante, I would like to try on here.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Tapocha brahmacharyancha arya sachana dasana nibbanasa chirikiyacha etang mangala muttama.
Great. How about this line? You would like to read? Third one.
Okay. Nibbanasa chikiriyacha.
Nibbana Sachi Kiryat.
Nibbana satchikiriyacha.
Great, great. Yeah, great. Group 5.
Bhante, I try.
Yeah, Melinda.
Thank you. Tapocha brahmacharyancha arya sachana dasanam nibbana satchikiriya cha etam mangala muttamang. Okay, thank you.
Great. Group 6. Yeah, someone from group 6.
Bhante, I try.
Yeah.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha arya sachana dasanam nibbana satchikiriyacha etam mangalam uttamang.
Great. Group 7.
Bhante, may I try? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, go ahead,
Bhante?
please. Yes, go ahead, please.
Tapocha brahmacharya ancha arya sachana dasanam nibanam sachi kiriyacha etam mangalang guttamang. Is it all right, Bhante?
That's what I'm thinking. All right. Do you normally chant this sutta?
Sorry?
Do you usually chant this sutta?
No.
Okay. Great. Yeah, so there were little places to be concerned. So would you like to go again slowly, one by one?
Okay. Tapocha brahmacharya nyancha.
Here, wait a second. Now this letter, you could see this letter. This
Yes.
let's see this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go see that one here. That should be this one, right? It's a palatal. And a palatal should be pronounced as
Yeah.
yes, yeah. You see?
Yeah.
See, as you can see here. Tapocha
Charya
brahmacharyancha. Charyancha. Then
Okay. Nibbana
no, here,
Satchiya.
second line.
Oh, Arya Satchana Desanam.
Here. Arya
Arya Satchana.
Sachan. See?
Oh,
There's
Satchana.
long A, see, yes. Arya Sachan. Then this one.
Satchana. Dasanam.
Right. Third line.
Nibbana Satchi Kriyacha.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's good. And Etam Maṅgala.
Etam Mangalang Muttabang.
Okay, Muttamang. Not Guttamang, huh?
Muttamang.
M, not G. Muttamang.
Okay.
Okay.
Muttamang.
Good.
Thank you, Bhante.
Anybody else? No, I mean, here's another group. Huh? Group 8. Yeah, group 8. Yeah, Sakun, please go ahead.
Bhante, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Sachana Dasanam. Nibbana sa chikiriyacha etam Maṅgala muttamam.
So one of the easiest ways to pronounce is just to take some pauses while you
Okay.
reciting. Take some pauses. I would say
Okay.
go a little slowly and then pronounce word by word if you could, if you know actually. See here,
Okay.
Tapocha brahmacharya. Actually, if you know the meaning, then you know how to do it. Like you don't say brahmacharya. Like
Brahmacharyancha. Huh?
yeah, I mean,
Brahmacharyancha. Right.
yeah, I'm trying to say if you know the meaning,
Oh,
then you
okay.
know where to make the pause. only.
Okay. Okay.
So then this is not going to be difficult and then incorrect. Tapocha brahmacharya.
Okay.
Arya Sachana Dasan. Here the problem arises to many because it's a word of many words. Nibbana. Nibbana is one word.
Okay.
Sachi Kiriya.
Okay.
Etam Maṅgala Muttam. So yeah, you said.
Should I try again?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay. One more time. Okay. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Aryasa chana dasanam. Nibbana sachi kiriyacha etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Yeah, great. Group 9, the newest one, the newest group. Chupeng, you wanna try? Let's go ahead.
Okay. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Sachana Dasanam Dimpana Sachi Kriyacha Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Young Sui. Yes.
Yeah. Bhante. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Sachanam Dasanam Nibbana Sachi Kriyacha Etam Maṅgala Muttamam.
How about the second line?
Arya Sachanam
Not such. Yeah, not Sachana. I think that day we already talked about it. Yeah. Sacha. We see here. Long A.
Sachana.
That's
Arya Sachana.
yeah, great.
Dasanam. Right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Indra?
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikriyacha Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Yes. Oi, wait, what? Space.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikriyacha Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Great. May Oi.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Sanjana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyancha Etam Maṅgala Muttamam.
Can you read the second, third lines again? Let's slowly.
Arya Sanjana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyancha.
Here, I didn't hear something over here. Nibbana.
Nibbana Satchikiriyancha.
Kiriyacha, not Kiriyancha. Now here you see Brahmacharyancha. You don't see it here. Tapocha Brahmacharyancha. But here, Nibbana Satchikiriyacha. Long name.
Nibbana Satchikiriyancha. Satchikiriyancha.
No, Kiriyacha.
Kiriyacha.
Okay, you can try again here. Nibbana Satchikiriyacha.
Kiriyacha.
Okay. You want to try again the whole stanza?
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Sanjana Dasanam.
Satchana, not Sajjana.
Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Etam Maṅgala Muttamam.
Yeah, great. Yes. Subhana? Subhana, Shirley, you have a couple names. Okay. Right.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Great. Yeah, Coach Ray, Wong.
Yeah, thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Yeah, great. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Have full support. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Bhante. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Yeah, great. Corina?
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Etam Maṅgala Muttamam.
Can you try the third line here?
Nibbana Satchikiriyacha.
Okay. Yes, good. When you slow down, you will be doing it well. when you fast, you will be going over something, Same thing. Huh? It's like that when you are going on a road, when you slow down, you see a lot of good things. Go faster, you don't see that.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Yeah, CH. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Etam Maṅgala Muttamam.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. So for other folks, if you want to read, we will do the next one too. Anybody else? Suzanne. Yes, Suzanne, go ahead.
Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Etam Maṅgala Muttamam.
The only concern is the first line. This one. Tapocha.
Tapocha Brahmacaryancha.
This is not ka. This is cha. Let's go back here.
Yeah.
This is not ka. This is cha.
Cha.
See?
Yes.
Cha. It's palatal. So this is C.
Yes.
It's cha. K is ka.
Yes.
Again here. Tapocha Brahmacharya.
Brahmacharyancha. Tapocha Brahmacharyancha.
It's like, it's like my name. Somebody say Chandima. Not Chandima. It's Chandima.
Brahmacharyancha.
You have to say K, then Chandima. C means cha. Cha. That's what in Pali.
Thank you, Bhante.
Right. Yes. You want to try again the first line? Tapocha.
Tapocha Brahmacharyancha.
Right. Every time you see C, it is cha. Like you can see here, Nibbana Sachi, Arya Sacha. Right. Ola C.
Thank
you. All right.
you.
Let's go to the next stanza. Otherwise, we are taking a lot of time for this. Okay. This may be a little bit, I would say, unfamiliar to some in pronunciation, but we'll try. Last tense, actually, the last one, very last one is just a summary. Puttasa, loka dhammehi chittang yassa na kampati asokang virajang khema etam Maṅgala. Once again, puttasa, th, puttasa loka dhammehi chittang yassa na kampati asokang virajang khema etam Maṅgala. When you see two dots, this is not, what do you see here? This is not T. This is T. You see? Tata dadan. This is Tata dadan. See the difference. Cerebral or retroflex and dental. Dental is Tata dadan. But here, Tata dadan. See the dot below that T. It's called Tata dadan. But this one, Tata dadan. Why? You have to use it with your teeth. Tata dadan. But this one, Tata dadan. Let's see an example. You see here, train. But this one, this terms, this is normal T, right? Accomate. It's pretty easy to understand. All right, so group one. Group one.
Any I try?
Yes, please.
Puttasa lokadammehi chittang yatsana kampati asokam virajam khema etam Maṅgala muttama.
Yeah, great effort. Okay, group two. Yes. Group two. Yeah, Indra.
Puttasa loka dhammehi chittang yassa na kampati asokam virajang khemang etam Maṅgala muttamang.
Great. Then group three.
Thank you.
Somebody from group three.
Bhante, can I try Corina here?
Yes, Corina.
Puttasa loka dhammehi chitam yasa na kampati asokam virajam khenam etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Yeah, can you recite the first line?
Puttasa loka
That's something to think about. Talk about. Are you reciting this? Is it this you were trying to recite? Or this one?
Puttasa.
This is Puttasa. Puttasa means of sun. Sun. Putta means in Pali means sun. Sun. In Pali we know Putta is sun. Putti is daughter. Puttaputti. But here, this is not what we are reciting. This is not Puttasa. Puttasa.
Tassa.
TH. See here. See here. Yeah, Puttasa. If it is Puttasa, then this one. But there is a dot under T. That means T. See? Not Puttasa. 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 Loka Dhammi.
Puttasa.
Not this one.
Okay.
Can you try again?
Puttasa loka
Great.
dhammihi. Chittam yasa nam kampati. Asokam virajam ketimam. Etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Yes, great. Yes, group 4.
Yes,
We have
Bhante.
on here. Yes.
Yes, okay. Puttasa luka dhammehi chitang yasa na kampati. Asukang pirajang kemang etang Maṅgala muttamam.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Group 5. Someone from group 5.
Bhante, I try.
Yes.
Bhante, I try again. Okay. Puttasa loka dhammehi chittam yasa na kampati. Asokam virajam kemam etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Group,
Thank you.
Group 6. Somebody from group 6. Group 7.
Bhante, I try, Bhante.
Yes, group 7.
Group 7.
Who said
Me
first?
and
We
you.
have Shirley here, and you have you.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, Shirley can say later. Yeah, me up. Yes.
Puttasa loka dhammehi chittam yasa na kampati. Asokam virajam kam. Oh, this one is a tough one. Kemam.
Try the tough one. Okay.
Kemam. Etam Maṅgalam muttamam.
Would you try again?
Okay. Puttasa loka.
Wait. Puttasa.
Puttasa.
Great. Puttasa.
Puttasa loka dhammehi chittam yasa na kampati. Asokam virajam kemam.
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 You don't have to say we normally say kemam, like Buddha. We don't say Buddham saranam. We say Buddhang saranam, Dhammang saranam, Sanghang saranam. We don't say Buddham saranam, Dhammam saranam. Do not end in M. It's just Buddhang, right?
Okay. Kemam.
Say Kemam.
Kemam. Etam Maṅgalam muttamam.
Okay, great. Let me see something over here. It has to be, it has to be this, you see. Kaka gaganya. Both end with a dot above, M with a dot below. Yeah, both correct, right? Pronounce like a guttural. Like guttural means you are pronouncing with your throat. All right. Somebody from group, I would say group 8. Group 8. Okay, group 9. Group 9. Looks like nobody. Okay, so I saw CH.
Sorry, Bhante, I'm from group 8. A bit slow.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Puttasa luka.
Not puttasa.
Puttasa.
Puttasa. Find the t sound.
Puttasa luka dhammehi chitang yasana kampati. Asokang virajam kema. Etam Maṅgalam muttamam.
Would you try this one again? The first word?
Puttassa.
It has to be te, tatte, not tatte, not putta, not putta. Putta, putta, puttassa.
Puttassa.
No,
Loka.
not puttas, not te. Te.
Puttassa.
Let me try. So I knew something over here. It's like they give, I would say, tea. You see, tea.
Tea.
Something you drink. You don't say tea. You see a difference between tea and probably, I would say, here, tachometer. All right. So tea, see that T? This is the T below dot.
Okay.
There's a dot below T here. That has to be pronounced as T, like T, not T. So here, not putta, puttassa.
Puttassa.
No, I don't think that's puttassa.
Puttassa. Sorry.
Let me see something over here. Now, a lot of people say this. This is not the one. You can see this is wrong. I have to say that there are two T's which have dots under below. It has to be not puttassa, puttassa, like T, T-E-A, puttassa.
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 Great. You get it.
Puttassa.
No, not again. Puttassa.
Puttassa.
No.
And puttassa.
Yeah, closer. Yeah. Yeah, you can work on it. Yeah, puttassa.
Puttassa.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah, almost there. Group 9, somebody from group 9? Maybe Sakuna from group 9?
Bhante from group 8, it's okay, yeah?
I will come back to the normal
Okay,
audience
then
after.
wait for the group 9 first.
Yeah, group 9, anybody?
Me? Chuping?
Are you from group 9? Anybody from group 9? Maybe Chuping. Yes, please.
Me.
Yes, I recognize you. Yes.
Puttassa loka dammehi cittang yasa na kampati asukang virajang kemang etang Maṅgala muttamang.
Great. Yes. Very familiar. All right. So let's get back to general audience. So Kim here for some time now. Kim, go ahead.
Puttassa loka dammehi citam yasana kampati asokam virajam kemam etam Maṅgalam muttamam.
Yeah, I would like to ask the first line.
Puttassa loka.
Puttassa.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah, you try. I mean, you can work on it.
Puttassa loka
Puttassa.
Puttassa.
Yes. Not tassa. Puttassa. Now, okay, see the difference. Namo tassa bhagavato. That is not here. Namo tassa. Right? That is this one. I would say. But here, it is different. You see. And then you can see two dots. This shouldn't be tassa. This should be tassa. Tassa. Puttassa.
Puttassa
Yes. There you go.
loka
Yes.
dammehi.
Nammi. Yeah. The rest is okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Puttassa. Yes. I think Shirley, I think you were here. Yeah, Shirley. Yeah, Shirley, unmute, please.
Thank you, Bhante.
Mhm.
Puttassa loka dammehi citam yasa na kampati asokam virajam kemang etam Maṅgala muttamang.
Great. And then we have Oi. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante. Puttassa loka dammehi cittang yasa na kampati asokang virajang kemang etam Maṅgala
Yeah,
Mutamang.
great. You pronounce really good. Can you again go? The others can actually get a sense.
Tassa loka dame
Yes, see, great.
tang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etang Maṅgala Mutamang.
Great.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Young Sri, more?
Yeah, Buddhassa loka dammehi citang yasa nang kampati asokam virajang kemang etang Maṅgala Mutamang.
Great. Then poetry, you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, poetry, one.
Thank you, Bhante. Buddhassa loka dammehi chittang yasa nakampati asokang virajang kemang etang Maṅgala Mutamang.
Can you try the first line too again?
Buddhassa
Puttassa.
Buddhassa
Not puttassa. This is wrong. See, puttassa is wrong. Puttassa.
Buddhassa
See, when you say puttassa means this one, but puttassa.
Buddhassa, is it?
How do you pronounce this one in English?
The T.
Huh?
T.
Then bring that T here.
Buddhassa.
Puttassa. Then it has to be H.
Buddhassa loka dammehi.
Great. The rest is okay. It's fine.
Sorry, what did you say, Bhante?
The rest is okay. Only the concern is the first line, so it's okay. Yeah.
I don't need to repeat.
No. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
My hearing
So,
not good.
Okay.
yeah. So,
Buddhassa loka damehi citang yasana kampati asokang virajam keman etang Maṅgala Mutamang.
okay, great.
Okay, thank you.
And we have Tan Swat. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Buddhassa lokadamehi cittang yasana kampati asokang virajam kemang etang Maṅgala Mutamang.
Great.
Thank you.
And I saw Yana. Is Yana with us?
Yeah, Bhante.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Buddhassa loka dammehi chittang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etang Maṅgala Mutamang.
Would you try this first line again, slowly?
Buddhassa.
Great. Yeah, Buddhassa.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all, right? Right. I see the time has been going very fast. So what I'm doing is I'm going to read the last stanza by myself because we don't have time to explain otherwise. Anybody else who wants to read 30? Yeah, this stanza. TJ Lee, you wanna read? Okay, maybe we can ask Suzanne.
Buddhassa loka dammehi cittam yasana kampati asokam virajam kemam etam Maṅgala Mutamam.
Yeah, great. Anybody else? Oh, Rashmi, yeah.
Buddhassa loka dhammehi chittam yasana kampati asokam virajang khemam etang Maṅgala Mutamam.
Great. Anybody else? All right, looks like nobody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this part please get familiar with this because of the time. I gotta do this. I hope that you will understand. Eta disani katvane sabbatta maparajita. Sabbatta, see the same wording here. Sabbatta soting gachanti tang tesang Maṅgala muttamanti. Once again. Eta disani katvane sabbatta maparajita. Sabbatta soting gachanti tang tesang Maṅgala muttamanti. All right. So now back to the contextual literal meaning. Now, folks, so we have studied up until the blessing number 30. What was the blessing number 30? You can see here. To discuss the Dhamma at a suitable time. That means we should not discuss Dhamma at an unsuitable time. Right? What does it mean? We said we have to respect the Dhamma. So we have to prepare us. Without a good preparation, we should not just simply discuss, even talk about the Dhamma. That is for respect, and also it helps us to get ready to, understand, and also to be able to practice, apply and practice. Otherwise, you will only understand Dhamma as a knowledge. You just feed here, it will become a knowledge. Okay, so today, under 12th section, we are going to learn how many Maṅgala factors are we going to learn here? 31 to 34. So I would say Tapo is one, Brahmacharyancha is another one, Ariya Satchana Dasanang is the third one, then Nibbana Satchana means there are 4 highest supreme Maṅgala seal. Tapo. What does Tapo mean here? Tapo?
Restraint.
Okay, now you can see self-restraint. But the meaning of Tapo is burn. Burn. Tapa, to burn something. But the literal meaning of Tapa is to burn. Tapo. So what is going to be burned here? What is burned here? Normally, according to the Buddhist teachings, akusala qualities. How many akusalas are there?
10.
Is it 10, Bhante?
10 akusalas. There are 10 akusalas. So how to burn them? That means we can get a BBQ lighter and then, okay, first akusala I'm going to burn. Now second, third, or matchbox I'm going to. Is that how we're going to burn them? No, this is kind of a mental process. Now, all of you know the Pali word called jhana, right? Jhana. Jhana also has the meaning to burn. Jati, that means to burn. What are they going to burn? 5 hindrances. Kamachanda, sensual desire. Vyapada, ill will. Tina, the sloth and torpor. Uddacha, kukucha, restlessness of the mind and remorse of the mind. And Vichikiccha, doubts. So through the samatha meditation, you are going to burn those things. Now this burn means that you are trying to do the necessary for the akusala qualities. Now when it comes to first akusala, panatipata, that means not killing, you are trying to do the necessary thing to avoid panatipata. That is your tapa. Right? You are going to avoid making akusalas. In one place, the Buddha said, Kanti paramang tapo titikka. This Pali stanza, this is in the, I think this is in the Dhammapada. Let's see again. Try to search it. Kanti paramang Apo, see, you got it. Kanti param tapu. Which one is that? Dhammapada. 183, 84. It's here. Dhammapada 184. Kanti paramang tapu titikka. What does it mean? That means the best moral practice is patience and forbearance. Looks like not a good translation. Let's go back. See this one? Some translations carry some different meanings. School Dhammapada translations. Right? Go to access to insight. Go. Was it 184, right?
Yes.
Should be, huh? 84 should be here. Patience, endurance, the foremost austerity. Now, actually, at the time of the Buddha, this was different. The ascetics thought, Hindu people and the Jains thought, the best tapa, I would say austerity, was to give pain to the body. The more pain you give to the body, the happier you are. How did they think that? You give pain, you don't eat, you don't take a shower, then you don't do anything else. You just give pain to the body. Why did they do that? They said, by giving pain to the body, you are going to pay back the previous karma. Is it possible? They thought that when you give pain to the body, you are paying for the past karmas. One day Buddha asked, do you know how much bad karmas you've been already paying? They said no. And they also said, we are paying back by giving a lot of pain to the body. We think that that austerity, self-mortification, helps us. On the other hand, they thought, we are not creating new karma, so we are not going to experience the vipakas in the future. The Buddha said, this is not the austerity that I'm talking about. My austerity is patience. Actually, when something is really going to give you a lot of, I would say, embarrassment, frustration, sadness, how many of us can stay on to patience? Just think about it. Maybe a physical pain, mental pain, how many of us can keep our patience, or our patience is running out of us? What do you think about it? That is the greatest tapa, austerity in the Buddhist practice. It's not that you give pain to the body. You are trying to keep patience. So the Buddha says, the highest austerity is, tapa is, what do you call? By patience. Right? Patience is the most important virtue. In other words, I would say, patience is the root of all the kusala activities. Do you believe that? Now let's say you want to do dana. You have to be patient about it, right? Just because you want to give dana, you can't go and do dana, right? Can you do that? No. You have to plan, prepare. Let's say you want to practice sila. You have to have a good patience to do that. How about bhavana, meditation practice? It's even worse to some people. You have to be patient to sit down, maybe to focus on a particular object. Patience. Not even that. You're going to, I would say, pay respect to your Chinese gods. You have statues, everything. So you have to do a lot of things. You have to prepare food. You have to go to the market. All come from patient practice. The Buddha says all the kusalas, good things, come from patience. Call it kanti. What do we call by patient? Kanti. Okay. Let me write that here. Here we call it kanti. Kanti means patience. Now we have to understand tapa means that you are going to practice the highest austerity in Buddhism. That is called patience. Now here, tapa means self-restraint. How can you become a person who can keep yourself restrained? Only by being very patient about your practice of calming your senses. You see images, you see sounds, you hear sound and you smell things, you taste food, you feel the touch, you get to have thoughts. When these things are happening all the time, if you do not have a good patient practice, then what will happen is that you are going to empower the objects that come to you, not your senses. We have to always empower our senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, so that external objects cannot take our senses, take over our senses. So that is tapa. So is this a blessing for us? Remember that there was a YouTube video a long time ago, that a teacher is trying to give some marshmallows. Like he's saying that I give you one marshmallow, but you should not eat it. If you can wait for 20 minutes of not eating, I'll give you another marshmallow. Right? And then the boy is very much concerned, I'm so hungry. And then there's marshmallow. I want to eat it, but there's another marshmallow I can get if I do not eat this marshmallow. The patience practice, you know, he was somehow with so much difficulties managed to stay for 20 minutes to get that another marshmallow. Right. Anyways, so patience will give us a lot of things. Tapa means patience. Our moral restraint comes from a huge amount of patience. You look at your life, your personal life, most of the problems you had in your I would say life in the last couple of decades could come from a lack of patience. If we were more patient, we could have done better. Right? Tapo, that is the first highest Maṅgala. Brahmacharyancha. How do we understand this? Brahmacharyancha. Brahma means Brahma. What does it mean?
Holy,
What is
but
Brahma? Huh?
holy, is it?
Holy, yes, holy. You can say holy. But what does Brahma mean? Highest. Right? Highest. Now you see a Brahma Vihara, highest way of living. And in Hinduism, they believe that they have the Brahma, Maha Brahma. Who is that? The main god that they respect. Maha Brahma. Then the Buddha said, now they believe that we all come from the Maha Brahma. Right? Maha Brahma created all of us. That's what Hinduism says. But the Buddha says, no, your Maha Brahma are your mother and father. Brahmati Mata Pitar. They are your Brahmas. So the Buddha says, you should treat your mother as the Brahma, father as the Brahma. They both created. Right? It's a very radical statement at that time. Today you see, this is very scientific, that is very unscientific. But at that time, Buddha thought, this is how I am going to interpret. It's a kind of a radical statement. The Buddha says, it was not a god, but it was our parents who made us to this life. So Brahma means highest. Now in this case, holy. See again. Charyancha. Charya means behavior. That means holy life. What is holy life? Brahmacharya. Anybody? What does holy life mean? Life of the monastics. Huh? That means?
Celibacy.
Celibacy. Celibacy. That means the holy life to monastics is celibacy. They are not with a person. They are not doing sexual activity. This is what we understand here, Brahmacharya. But what is Brahmacharya to you? To lay people? That is another version. What is your Brahmacharya? No, we are not doing like monks and nuns, so we are like this, so we are not Brahmacharya. Are you not Brahmacharya people? you have different brahmacharya. What is it? Pro Brahma Viharas, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekka, that is your brahmacharya. Have you ever thought that way? Metta means loving kindness. Karuna, compassion. Then Mudita, altruism, being happy when other people achieve their life. Then Upekka, equanimity. Do you need to become a monk or a nun to practice these four? So that is your brahmacharya. This is also the brahmacharya of the monks and nuns, but they have a different way of brahmacharya. So then when you are always trying to practice brahmacharyas, metta, karuna, mudita, upekka, you are living in the highest form of life. When you are not kind to anybody, when you are very angry, when you are very jealous, when you are always driven by profits and losses, then what kind of life would you be spending? That is not a Brahma life, unholy life, right? So then you can aim for living a holy life. That means to practice metta, karuna, mudita, upekka. Maybe one by one, when you are grown a little bit, you can practice simultaneously. All right, that is the second here, brahmacharya. Ariya Satchana Dasana. Ariya Satchana. What is Ariya? Ariya means noble. Then Satchana.
Truth.
Noble truths.
Truth.
How many noble truths are there?
4.
There are 4 noble truths. Can somebody name what they are?
Dukkha Satcha,
Dukkha,
No killing.
Not
Samudaya,
not-
Nirodha, Magga.
give me a second. Not Dukkha Satcha. That is not the proper way to say. Dukkha Ariya Satcha.
Arya Satcha.
Dukkha Samudaya Ariya Satcha. Dukkha Nirodha Ariya Satcha. Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Ariya Satcha. Now, the reason why I'm going to say that, you see here, you don't see not Satchas here. You see Ariya Satchas. You see not Satchas. You see Ariya Satchas. So when you say, you have to say Dukkha Ariya Satcha. Dukkha Samudaya Ariya Satcha. Dukkha Nirodha Ariya Satcha. Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Ariya Satcha. They are not truths, simple truths. They are noble truths. Now here in our society, they have truths. Somebody lied, somebody speak the truth. That is Satcha. Right? In our normal society, daily life, somebody is very honest with us. Somebody is always a liar, right? That is Satcha and Musa. But here, Ariya Satcha. These have not been found out by anybody till the Buddha found out. Now, Ariya Satchana Dasana, being able to see these 4 noble truths, it's a blessing. This does not mean Nibbana. This means at least to be able to read what they are. At least to be able to little bit understand what they are. It is a blessing. Isn't it? It is a blessing. And we know what is good. What is the noble truth of dukkha. The noble truth of the cause of dukkha. The noble truth of the cessation of the dukkha. Noble truth of the path that leads to the cessation of the dukkha. Now, at least a literal understanding, and going beyond that, at least probably a contextual understanding of the Four Noble Truths is happiness. Gives us a lot of blessings. Then you look at it different. You look at then your personal life different. You look at the external world differently. It is a blessing. But many of the people cannot go to that point. Right? So it is a blessing. Ariya Satcha. Dasana means see. Then last one. Nibbana Satchikiriya. Now this is the result of this. So when you properly see Ariya, the Four Noble Truths, then one day you will be able to attain Nibbana. Now what do we say Nibbana? Not attain Nibbana. We say realization of Nibbana. I'm going to say attain, but here realization of Nibbana. That means to be able to realize Nibbana. Where is Nibbana, folks? Is it in the Jetavanarama or India or the Mahavihara or any Buddhist center? Where is Nibbana?
Within us.
In the mind.
Within this
mental
In the mind, in the mind.
In the
in the mind? Really? What's the simple answer? Where is the Nibbana?
Up in the sky.
See, then we have to look up all the time. The Buddha says in one sutta, in this one fathom body which has perception. That means we all have Nibbana. But Nibbana is covered by defilements. We have to remove them. Nibbana will come out. Nibbana is not with the Buddha. Nibbana is not at Jetavanara. It's not in India. It's not in another temple, Buddhist temple. It's within us. So we have clouded Nibbana. We have to uncloud Nibbana. Unpack, uncloud. So that means a realization of that particular state of mind. That means every being carries Nibbana, but they do not realize it. It's like some 4 buffaloes carrying a lot of gold. They never know how much pricey are the stuff that they are carrying. It's only a weight for them. Oh, so much pain. Now somebody is trying to drive us. Hey, go take it to some places. They never know how much stuff, how much expensive stuff that they are carrying. Cartload stuff. It's like, so we are carrying Nibbana, but we don't know what it is, right? So that seeing of the Four Noble Truths, at least a literal, contextual understanding, being able to apply to our personal life, external world. And also the way how we look at the world, how we look at us and all that. And then one day being able to realize this precious Nibbana, being able to unpack, uncloud this Nibbana. That is Nibbana Satchi. I think from today you will be very happy. Huh? It's in here. I have to find it out now. It's not in the sky. It's in here. Not in the temple. Not with the monks. It's in here.
It's in us, is it?
It's in us. Try to find it. Uncloud, it'll come out. It's not me saying, the Buddha says, Imas ming veva vyamatte kalebare sasannimmi dukkha arya satcham panyave dukkha samudaya arya satcham panyave dukkha nirodha arya satcham panyave dukkha nirodha gamini patipada arya satcham panyave. That's Sutta. I think that is Rohitassa Sutta. Let's see. Let's look it up here. Rohitassa. Rohitassa Sutta. All right. Find it. Anguttara Nikaya. So now here, interestingly, there was see that again. Okay, let me tell you the story. There was one god called Rohitassa. This god came to see the Buddha and then said to the Buddha, Bhante, in my past life, I was an ascetic who had powers to go in the sky. One day I thought, I want to go to the end of this universe. Then what I did was that because of my powers, my levitation powers, I thought I'm not going to stop on my way. So I'm trying to be very much effortful. One of my feet set on the Eastern Ocean and the other foot was setting on the Western Ocean. See, that means in today's world, you can't say Atlantic and Pacific Oceans on this earth. This could be much bigger than this earth actually. So what happened was that I died halfway of my trip of finding the end of the universe. I died. I went very fast. Then the Buddha said, you are not going to find the end of the universe by walking to places, because that end is not anywhere in the universe. That end is within you. Now let's see how the Buddha says that. Yeah. Once I was a seer named Rohitassa, his name, Srinabhoja, a powerful skywalker. My speed was as fast as that of a strong archer, well-trained, practiced hand, a practiced sharpshooter. And then I will go traveling to the end of the cosmos. I, with a 100-year life, a 100-year span, spend 100 years traveling, apart from the time spent on eating, drinking, chewing, tasting, urinating, defecating, and sleeping to fight off weariness. But without reaching the end of the universe, cosmos, I died along the way. So it is amazing, Lord, and awesome how well that has been said by the Blessed One, Buddha. I tell you, friend, Buddha says, that it's not possible by traveling to know or see or reach a far end of the cosmos, universe, where one does not take birth, age, die, pass away, reappear. Then the Buddha says, where's that part? See also, there's another sutta. Where is that part? See here. I tell you, friend, that is not possible by traveling to know, see, or reach far end of the cosmos where one does not take birth, age, die, pass away, reappear. But at the same time, I tell you that there is no making an end of suffering and stress without reaching the end of the cosmos. See this part. This is what the Buddha says. Yet, it is just within this, I would say, 1 fathom long body, everyone's body, with its perceptions, sanya, and intellect, that I declare that there is the cosmos, the origination of the cosmos, cessation, path. Okay, now what does Buddha mean here is that he thought the end of the cosmos is going to find a place somewhere in this universe. But the Buddha says the end of the cosmos universe is, that means you attaining Nibbana. So when that your real world exists within you, not outside, not this cosmic world, cosmic universe. Buddha says then your Nibbana is here in this 1 fathom body. All right. So the sutta is Rohitassa Sutta. I would say Anguttara Nikaya 445. Right. Let's go back here. So tapo, burning your apusalas, that means patience is the I would say primary virtue for that. Then brahmacharya is the second one, which means the holy life. For monks and nuns, celibacy. And then for lay people, 4 divine books, brahma viharas. Arya Satchana Dasana, seeing the Four Truths. And then Nibbana Satchakiriyacha, realization of the Nibbana, which is already within you. All right, so these are supreme blessings. Then come down to the next one. I would say the last one. Puttassa loka dhammehi chittang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etamangana. It's going to be 35. Here. 35. Then this one is 36, 37, 38. Okay. Now, what is putta? Putta means touch, touch. Where does it come from? It comes from this Pali word. I think you know this word. Pottab. Have you heard this word?
No.
No?
Yes.
Should.
Yes.
Should have. Pottab. Pottab. Somebody said yes. Who said yes?
Me.
Who is me?
In Abhidhamma.
What is pottab? Here? Touch. That means touch. Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa. Pottabba. It's not even Abhidhamma. It's even in the Sutta Pitaka. Abhidhamma explains more. But Pottabba is primarily found in the Sutta Pitaka. That means your sensual pleasures. Rupa means images, sights. Then Saddha means sounds. Gandha means smell. Rasa means taste. Pottabba, touch. Now here it says it is not the normal touch. Touched by the 8 things that really trouble people. What are they? Puttasa lokadamme. Yeah, lokadamme. These are 8. I'm going to paste this part. You can see. Lokadamme means there are 8. What are they? You know them.
Gain and loss.
Yeah, let's go by Pali first.
Or
They are 6, 7, 8. 8 lokadammas. Okay. The first one is
Sukha dukkha.
Labha.
Labho.
Labha. Then Labho, Alabho.
Labha.
Alabha. Then third one, Yasa.
Yasa. Ayasa.
Yeah, Yasa. Then Yaso, Labho, Alabho, Yasa, Ayasa. Then Ninda. Then Pasang. Pasangsa. Pasangsa.
Tamsa.
Yeah, I would say like this. Pasangsa. Pasangsa. Then Sukha. Then Dukkha.
Dukkha.
So there are no marks, diagonal marks, so don't worry about it. Because yeah. So what is Labha? Now somebody said in English. Is that who?
yeah, gain and loss.
Gain and loss.
Gain. Then Alabha, loss. Then Yasa,
Fame.
fame. Then Ayasa, defame. Defame. Then Ninda,
Praise.
blame.
Blame.
Ninda is blame.
Blame and praise.
Then Asansa,
Praise.
praise. Oh, I would say compliment or whatever. Compliment. Then Sukha, easy to understand.
Pleasure. Happiness.
Happiness.
Pain.
Then Dukkha means
Sadness.
unhappiness.
Sadness.
Suffering.
Okay. All right. So now, when these things, how are these things happening to us in our life? Let's say when somebody is happy, somebody else is unhappy at the same time. When someone is doing well in the business, one of the same person in the same field is having losses. What does it mean? These 8 are always work as a circle, but we don't know where we are now. You know, actually, where you are, whether you are doing well or not with these 8. What we have to understand is that we are not doing well all the time with the good side of these 8. That means when you say good side, it should be Labha, Yasa, Prasansa, Sukha. So when someone is having Labha, somebody else might be having Alabha. In the same way, this. So now the Maṅgala Sutta says, one of the very important blessings here is that Puttasa Lokadhamma. Now you are touched by, moved by Lokadhammas. What are they called? What are these things called? Lokadhamma. Lokadhamma means? Lokadhamma means they are common.
Worthy conditions.
Worldly
conditions.
They are worldly conditions. They are common to everybody. So when you are having a loss, when you are having a blame, do not worry about it. They are worldly conditions. They are working as a cycle, right? But unfortunately, people are so much worried about it, right? When somebody is to compliment you, you are very happy. On the next day, if the same person is going to criticize you constructively, you are very upset about it. Why is it? We have to be ready for anything. So you should practice. What is the most important quality that you can deal with all these 8? Upekka. When you have upekka, you don't mind about these 8 states of mind. Because when you are so much happy, you are not overwhelmed. When you are so much sad, you are not affected by that blame, right? So you are not affected by anything. You just simply think, oh, today I have a gain, but tomorrow I may have a loss. Today somebody prays about me, tomorrow maybe. It's no problem. Remember remember what was his name? Atula Upasaka. There was a gentleman called Atula, Atula. He one day went to the Buddha's temple. And then he said, he found out a monk called Kumara Kassapa, Arahant Kumara Kassapa. He said to everybody knows that Arahant Kumara Kassapa is very, very popular in giving a very charming Dhamma talk. He said, Bhante, I want to hear a Dhamma talk. Then he gave a very charming Dhamma talk, but he was not happy. So he said, no. And then he went to another monk. He went to Bhante Ananda, Buddha's attendant. He said, Bhante, I want to listen to a Dhamma talk. Then he said a very long sutta, like Diga Nikaya Sutta, very long, Mahasatipatthana, Mahasamaya. Oh, I can't even understand. It's too long. And then he went to Arahant Sariputta. Bhante, I would like to hear a Dhamma talk. Then Arahant Sariputta talk about Abhidhamma, because he is the pioneer of Abhidhamma. I don't understand anything. Then he went to the Buddha. He said, Bhante, I went to all these your very senior disciples, but I was not happy about their Dhamma talks. Then you know what the Buddha said? Atula, it is not a surprise. Everybody is facing blames. It is not a very special thing. So they have their own way. Because when somebody goes to the Buddha, Buddha first looks at his mind or her mind and then only gives the Dhamma talk. Have you seen, before the Buddha is giving a Dhamma talk, he asks, what did you talk before I came here? Have you seen that?
Yes.
Why is it?
Yes.
Why is
Yes.
it?
Every time he asks.
He wants to connect to the audience. Then only he starts his Dhamma. But Bhante Ananda, Bhante Sariputta, they just went to their deep expertise, knowledge. And then the Atula was just a normal devotee in the temple. So I'm trying to say, even these senior monks, they face criticism issues too. Sometimes they were appreciated, most of the time. So we should not be moved by any of such. Chittang Yasana Company. When one of these 8 is going to touch your mind, you are not going to be moved by them. You are like a stone. You are like this. You are very strong, right? Remember one other incident. One day, when one lady, her name was I remember Malika. This is not the Malika of the famous Malika. The famous Malika was the queen of the King Kosala. So this Malika was offering dana, and then suddenly somebody dropped a glassware in the kitchen. So Arahant Sariputta said to Malika, things that are subject to changes, they change. So don't worry about it. Then she said something to Arahant Sariputta, Bhante, while I am offering dana, I got a message from the war field. My husband has gone to the war. It says my husband and all my children were killed in the war just now. But reading that message, I'm still offering dana. See her mind. See the mind. If that happened to you, you're like, oh, totally stuck in your whole life. Yeah, she said so. There were such people who were very strong, understanding what's going on. It's not that you are not worried, you are not sad about the things, but very strong. You know what to do when things go wrong. So the connection here to that is when these 8 are going to, I would say, affect you, your mind is not going to be changed. You are so much with upekka. Then asoka. Asoka means we have this word. Is it okay if I erase this part? Should be okay, right? All right.
Griefless, asoka.
Okay, what is soka? Soka.
Sorrow.
Sorrow, you can say
Grief.
Sorrow. It can go to lamentation when things really go bad, lamentation. Well, anyway, soka means grief. Then asoka, when you put A
Griefless.
That means griefless or sorrowless. Is it possible for us to be griefless when separations happen to us? When your parents die, when your loved ones die, when your pets die? Is it possible? Is it easy for us to be sorrowless? It's not. Right? So we are practicing a very humanistic Dhamma, right? So when somebody passed away, we don't say that everything is anicca at that point. Yeah, please cry. And then you have to release yourself, understand, because you can't take that at the time. But with the time, you are going to be understanding. Slowly, time heals your grief. Unless you are somebody like Malika, right? She's a very noble woman at that point. So sorrowless is a state of happiness. How can you be sorrowless? After attaining Nibbana. That state is only for an Arahant. Otherwise, all other people start worrying, crying, frustrated. And then Viraja. Viraja means, what is Raja? Raja?
Dust.
Think.
Raja. Raja means?
Defilement.
Dust.
Defilement.
Defilement. Those are the words we know. Taints. Right? There are so many words for this. Huh? That means anything that defiles our mind. So when you attain Nibbana, you are not struggling anymore with defilements, rajas, right? Otherwise, on a daily basis, we are struggling because of different things. Whatever we like, whatever we don't want, whoever we like, whoever we don't want. How many daily pains are we having? Do we create every day? Things don't happen the way that we want. This guy didn't come today. He didn't fix this problem. I couldn't go there. So you are creating daily pain. On top of the normal pain, you are creating special pain. And then you are suffering the whole day. The Buddha says, then whenever you are able to go dust free, that means defilements free, taints free, mental pollutants free, that is one of the highest blessings. Of course, you have to attain Nibbana, at least to attain Sota. Finally, Kema. Kema means secure, like an oasis. Do you feel safe when you are with some people? You see, I'm not feeling safe when I'm here. I feel very safe when I talk to you. Why is it? Safety is a very interesting, right? Safety, because the true safety comes when we attain Nibbana. So we have no fears. We are not worried about punya, papa, merits, kusala, anything, because we are already finished our journey. So primarily, I would say we should be able to be with people whom we can feel safety. At the same time, one day to attain Nibbana. So we are going to the permanent, I would say, everlasting, secure positions at that secure state of mind. It is not even physical, mainly mental. All right. So with that, 38 lessons are going to be ended. Say, Putthassaloka dhammehi, not being touched by these 8 worldly matters, I would say, things. Chittang, your mind is not going to be affected. Asokang, sorrowless, no grief, no sorrow. Then Virajang, no defilements. Kemang, no fear. Actually, Kema means no fear. In Buddhism, giving non-fear is a good karma, dana. How do we call that dana? At that time in India, they say, I give abhaya dana to some beings. Who are they? Some kings gave abhaya dana to animals. It happened at, where's the place called? Migadaya. What is Migadaya? What is Migadaya?
Deer
sanctuary.
sanctuary.
One king gave abhaya dana to the deers in that area. Abhaya dana means now you don't have to be scared of anybody. No hunters, no government people kill you. That means you are given the safety. You are given the security. So that is one of the danas. Now think about how many people you are scaring on a daily basis by talking different things. You are giving by a dana. Let me show you how to write that. Interesting. This one is a dana, okay? You do like this.
Phaya.
This way. This is a dan, ancient India. Abhaya dan. Abhaya dan, which means, what you call abhaya means safety. I would say non-fear. Abhaya means, bhaya means fear, non-fear. Then Bayadan, this is what many people do today, so fear. That means non-fear dan. Fear dan. Non-fear dan means, so on a daily basis in our life, we can give happiness to other people. We can give security to other people. But there are many people who are trying to scare other people off, trying to give others fears, trying to terrify other people, trying to scare other people. That is not good. All right, so 38 blessings are done this way. And you can see, if you go to this, you can go to the website over here, the blog, and there's a new post over here, the 38 supreme blessings. You can see one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4 will end at 38. But at the end, I'm going to discuss this part now. See, Eta disani katwana. Eta disani katwana means having done these 38 blessings. Eta disani. Sabbatta means everywhere. Sabbatta means everywhere. Maparajita, this word we have to discuss. Parajita and aparajita. That means you have to win. What is your battle though? It is said you have to win the Maras. 4 Maras. Who are the Maras here? Kanda Mara, Mara, Kilesa Mara, Abhi Samhara Mara, then Devaputta Mara. Who are these Maras? I think one day I told you there are Maras, 5 Maras actually. You don't take the last one. Kanda Mara means anybody who maintain a body, 5 aggregates body is called a Mara. Yeah, Maras. Kilesa Maras, when you have a 5 aggregate body, you start creating Kilesa. When you have a 5 aggregate body with Kilesas, you are creating Punya, Kusala, Akusala, Abhisankara instead. When you're creating Kusala, I would say Punya, then what will happen? You may be sometimes reborn in one of the 2 heavens called, what are they called? Nimmana Rati or Paranimita Vasa Vati. So it is said that when you are able to create all these 38 blessings, you are going to win all these Maras. You're going to defeat all these Mara versions, and you're going to be Sabbatta Gasotti. Wherever you go, you go in perfect safety. Sabbatta Sotti means safety. I would safety, happiness, all that. Gachanti. Tang Tesang Maṅgala Mutta. There's the supreme blessing. That is how you are creating the supreme blessings. All right, any questions about it? I think this part you may have not heard, this aparajita thing. Now, let me probably write here. Parajita means defeated. Defeated. Then aparajita means undefeated. Now we have to be undefeated. Aparajita. Aparajita. So you are going to be undefeated only after you created 38 blessings, so that you are going to defeat all these Mara versions. That means at the end, you are going to attain Nibbana. Now see here, this clearly says, let's go to the front. These are normal things you are creating in your life. And then at this point, and here, see, the blessings which follow are supramundana from 33. And from 35, the blessings which follow are the fruits of supramundane. So when you do these things, you are attained to this point. That means you are going to defeat all these maras and you are going to be perfectly safe. All right, any questions about today, overall the Mahamangala Sutta?
Bhante, the fifth Mara is what?
Fifth Mara is Machumara.
I got it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Machumara. Death. All right, any questions about the Maṅgala Sutta? Because we are going to finish Maṅgala Sutta today, and then we are going to Ratana Sutta next Thursday. Right?
Bhante, may
Yes.
I ask a question, please?
Mhm.
Just now you mentioned about Aparajita is undefeated. Can we also say that is victory?
Yeah, I translated literally. It's easy for people to understand.
Okay,
You can, of course, when you are defeated, you have gone to the victory, right?
Yes.
Like you see the Jayamangala Gatha, Bahum, Sahasam, Abhining, Mitasai. These verses were created by Thai monks, Sini monks, long time ago, and which says that I would say, how did the Buddha defeat all the Maras with Maras? Yeah, you can say undefeated or victory.
Thank you.
Yes. Any questions? We'll take 1 more minute. If not, we're going to transfer the good karmas on 2 minutes. You may have questions about the whole sutta. Do we have messages over here? Yeah. Any questions about the Maṅgala Sutta? About the pronunciation, about the meaning? Yeah. If not, can I ask you questions? Where did we start the Maṅgala Sutta? What is the first blessing? We had to start with the first blessing. What was the first blessing?
Asevanacha balanam.
Sevanacha balanam.
Not to associate with the unwise.
Sevanacha balanam means not to associate the balas, asappurisas, those who speak bad things, those who act badly, those who think bad thoughts. How do we know them? Can we know them in one day? It takes time. When we know people for a certain amount of period of time, then only we know. But let's say you find out these are not wise people. What would you do? You're going to say, hi, bye, goodbye, and you're going to block them on social media and you say, no, don't talk to me anymore. How would you respond to them? You are a very bad person. I know what you do. You talk bad words. You think bad thoughts. You act badly. Is it how we're going to respond to them?
No,
How
we
would you do?
distance. We distance from them.
Well, we distance in a very polite way.
Yes, yes.
Some people are going to be very harsh on this approach. They are trying to say you are a bad person, right? So we have to be always polite because we fundamentally believe every being is a being. Every being carries, in Mahayana, we say Bodhisattva, Bodhicitta. In Theravada, we say every being carries Nibbana. It is their life. It is their way of thinking. It is how they were, nurtured, grown up. So what would you do that? We are not trying to have the intimate type of friendship, but we are trying to still say hi and bye. But we are not going too much, right? That is how we're going to draw the line between such. Then what was the last blessing that we had to create? First is Asevanacha Bala. Last one.
Asukang Virajam Kemang.
Kemang. We had to look for the perfect security, secure position. How we can get into that secure position? By only attaining Nibbana. Otherwise, we are not secure. Actually, we can say at least attaining Sotapatti. And you are minimizing even your life circles. All right, any questions? Nothing in particular, right? All right, then we go into the end of the session today. So I wanted to say that next week we are going to be starting with the Ratana Sutta. Now in the Ratana Sutta, you know that there are some stanzas uttered by, I would say, the textual traditions, and some stanzas were uttered at the end by deities, right? So we had to find out what exactly the Buddha said. And you know the story, so we'll discuss a little bit of the story too. Yeah, so it's one of the very interesting suttas that everybody chants. Yeah, so we will be studying that from next Thursday. Okay, so let's transfer good karmas now. May all the good karmas which we've been accumulating today be transferred to all the departed relatives who passed away in the name of all of us. If they were reborn in a place of pain, karma dugati, may they be able to be reborn in a place of happiness, karma sugati. If they were already reborn in a place of happiness, may they be able to listen to more Dhamma, practice more Dhamma, and finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me jnati nang hotu Sukita huntu jnatayo. Idam me jnati nang hotu Sukita huntu jnatayo. Idam me jnati nang hotu Sukita huntu jnatayo. May all the good karmas be shared by all the devas, nagas, and mahitikas. Why do we share good karmas with the devas, nagas, and mahitikas? Because the Buddha says, if you are only happy with whatever you do, then you are creating another sakkaya ditthi. So whatever we earn, accumulate, we are going to share with other beings. So we have a minimum chance of creating sakkaya ditthi, selfish thoughts. May all the good karmas be shared by all the devas, nagas, and mahitikas. May devas, nagas, and mahitikas be well and happy. May they protect and bless all of you for good health, quality of life, prosperity, safety. May devas, nagas, and mahitikas also finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu. Ittavatacha ammehi samdhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sangpatti sindhya. Ittavatacha ammehi samdhatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sangpatti sindhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sangpatti sindhya. Akasatta cha bhummanta devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhang pulukasasana. Akasatta cha bhummanta devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhang tudesana. Akasatta cha bhummanta devanaga mahindika Punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhang tumang paranti chirang rakhang tupang sada. Also, let's wish, may we be in the company of the Kalyana Mitras, noble friends, till we attain Nibbana, and not with the Papa Mitras. Thinking thus, we're going to make this wish. Imina punya kammene mame bala samagamu satan samagamu hotu yavenimbana patantiya. Finally, may all the good karmas which have been accumulated today be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silis nichang vadha pachayana chattaru dhamma vadhanti ayuvanno sukhang balam ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati saminjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And I'm wishing you a good night, and we'll see you then next Thursday.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhante.
Sadhu,
Thank
sadhu,
you.
sadhu.
Thank you,
Sadhu,
Bhante.
sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu, sadhu.
everyone. Enjoy your
Good
day.
night. Good night. Thank you.
Bhante.
Bye-bye.
Bhante.
Thank you. Thank you,
Till next
Bhante.
week.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah, take
Sadhu,
care.
sadhu, sadhu.
Everybody. Yeah, good
See you
night.
all next week.
Yes. Yeah.
Good night,
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
night, Bhante.
Good night.
Now, Bhante, are
Take
you
care,
in
Bhante.
Bhante, are you back from Nalanda?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Or you're back to the Mahavira?
I'm at Mahavira.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's quick, huh? You were like 2 something, you were still there? 2 this afternoon?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to talk something?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I
Okay.
ask-
Yeah.
yeah,
Please,
I got a-
please.
Yes, I got a question to ask Bhante regarding one of your Dharma talk, the choice for career, where you have a talk to the university students. And one of the topic is, not actually topic, one of the sentence you mentioned about pro-social behavior. Yeah. So the when I actually Google up, there's so much talking about pro-social behavior. It sounded like psychology, but when I look at the text itself, it's just talking about helping. It's talking about volunteering. Is that what it meant by your talk?
Yes. Actually, it's between the difference between selfishness and selflessness. Now, when some people are trying to focus more about the self-practice, they mostly end up with selfish kind of context. So the word is primarily coming from psychology. So we have to be able to give back. That means kind of a pro-social mindset. Now, this is going to be a topic that I will be giving a talk this weekend at Buddhist Gem Fellowship. Does mindfulness make you more selfish? It's trying to get over the selfishness. So Buddha says we should not be selfish. Although you kind of work on yourself, you should be able to keep up the both. Pro-social means that, have you heard some people, they are trying to avoid people? Those kind of people that, okay, I want to be like alone all the time. This could work for some monks, monastics, but normally for lay people, you should balance out your self-practice and the pro-social practice. So there's no harm. That doesn't mean you have to go to a party, you have to drink, or whatever. That means you have to keep doing your helping hand stuff, volunteering, making time for others, because they are part of your practice also. Now, some people misunderstand. Self-practice means only I do my stuff. Actually, when you give that helping hand, that works for you as a self-practice. That is why I use that word. There's nothing else attached to the psychological context.
So the Ms. Bhante, you also mentioned about the hospitality. Does that come into the
yes.
pro-social
That is
behavior?
another, yes. Actually, I gave a talk about it, recording about it. That
Yes.
means as a Buddhist,
Dana.
if you want to be hospitable, you should think about 4 ways. One is dana. Second is speaking pleasant words. Not many people can do, even though they do dana. So that is one step higher than that. Third one step higher than the both of them too. Yes. Attacharya, you wishing true well-being of everybody. May you be really well, really happy. It comes from the bottom of your heart, not just only from your, words. And finally, I think the most difficult thing to treat other people being hospitable is not to take sides. being impartiality. Normally we take sides because, oh, this is my person, this is my friend, I know these people. Could be a little hard to practice at the beginning, but at least you are reasonable. You are reasonable to everybody. So you are not taking sides. That is the highest form of hospitality in Buddhism. Even in the Singhalavada Sutta, see at the end of the Singhalavada Sutta, Buddha says, these 4 are the hospitable. But a lot of people only do the first one, the lowest one, dana only. Then you have to go to Payavacha, and then Attacharya, Samanapata. That doesn't mean you should stop dana. You have to do dana, Payavacha, then Attacharya, and then 4 things together. Yes, Kim?
No, I said the line is breaking up. Cannot hear you properly.
Really?
Okay,
so
okay.
Yeah. So there are 4 ways of being hospitable in Buddhism. If you want to be a very hospitable person, the Buddha says there are 4 things to work on. Actually, I gave a talk at BGF, so like a short recording. So I can send you, Kim. You can see that. So I'm trying to say that a lot of people only do the first thing. So we had to do the second, third, fourth simultaneously as much as we could.
Okay. Yeah.
Bhante, when you mentioned about the samanatata, the impartiality, do we have to achieve the upekha side of it? Or, because sometimes you may not be able to be impartial when you have opinions.
Okay, good. Yeah, that is again going into a micchaditthi, because in sammaditthi we say we have to have the right view, healthy view. So healthy view means that which comes from the morality. If your opinion does not sammaditthi friendly, then this is a question. It has to be sammaditthi friendly all the time. It has to come, not just that you think about something. So we can give a lot of opinions. If you ask 10 people, they give a factory of opinions. But the most important thing is whether my opinion is coming under the sammaditthi. Sammaditthi means it has to come under one of the 10 views that we believe in the sammaditthi. So then it's okay. That I don't think that opinion is any more opinion. It's gonna be a right view at that point. So we are juggling with English words. I would say our views are always problematic when we carry views. But the Buddha says at least you should have a healthy view that is not harming yourself and other people, and then promoting the well-being of the both. And if you want to be more specific, then practice sammaditthi as exactly as the Buddha said.
Which is the MN9 Sutta. The Sammaditthi Sutta.
Sammaditthi Sutta. Actually, Sammaditthi Sutta. Yeah, Sammaditthi Sutta is a sutta where you can self-check in whether you have the Sammaditthi.
16. The 16 checking self-test.
16 checking, self-checking. You can check whether you have Sammaditthi or not in 16 ways. One of the ways at least. But if you go to Mahachattarisaka Sutta, you can see how it was given for the unenlightened people and for the arahants actually. So it's pretty easy. 10 things. I think you can see on my blog that there is maybe I can find it for you. Can wait for a second.
Thank you.
Come from. Okay, maybe I added it to the notes here.
Okay.
I think it should be here. Not this one.
Ah, okay, okay. Understand. Yes, yes.
Here, this one. I can see here. So
Yes.
you can see these 10.
Bhante, can you
1, 2.
share in the chat group also? Because
Yeah, I will. Even here?
thank you. Yes, yes. Mahachatarisaka. Okay.
Yeah. So this
This
says
is
about this
our
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you cultivate these 10, that means you have samadhi. Any of your views, opinions must be friendly with these 10. They should not be unfriendly with these 10. Right? Now, I always quote about the mother and father. The mother is a special person. Father is a special. I know people may have different issues with mother and father at some point, but the Buddha says mother and father are two punya ketas. Whatever you have, whatever the problems you have or the good things you have with them, you should be able to do your part. When you do your part, that helps you to create what you call two of the right views. It is a form of being grateful. So gratitude is a part of the samadhi. Yeah.
Thank you,
You asked,
Bhante.
yes, no problem. You asked something, Kim?
No, I was saying I thought I've seen those in our Sutta classes.
Yes, I shared with you. You can't remember, huh? See?
I
Yes,
got to do revisions actually.
Oh, yes. Because I've been doing the
Sometimes
plan.
you not absorb so much, like too many.
Yeah.
We're not young anymore, so
You should be young in the Dham. In the Dham, not in the body.
The limitations.
All right. So I'm
Yeah.
using the laptop, doing the new laptop actually. I started from last week.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's
it's good. So it's easy to show around the stuff here.
yeah.
Very easy.
You're
Yes.
very IT savvy.
Yes.
Bhante,
So yes, Paul.
can I make a request? Can I have today's recording?
Yes. Yeah.
Can I have
will.
it?
Yeah, I will send to
because
you. I will.
Certain things I couldn't hear very well. So
Yes. And you have a hearing issue too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, hearing.
Yes.
Yeah, I will definitely.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you,
everybody.
Bhante.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a very good
Sadhu,
night.
sadhu.
And very happy to
night.
see all of you today too.
Thank
and
you.
see
Thank you,
then on
Bhante.
Thursday. And please take care.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you
be
so much
safe.
for your
Okay.
teaching. Thank you.
Take
Thank you.
care,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Bhante.
Au revoir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you. Our Bhikkhuni is from France now. You are in France, huh? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Welcome to France.
Welcome to. Cannot hear.
France.
France. Okay, I will go to France. Why
Yes.
not?
France.
You can meet her.
Towel.
Which
Eiffel
part
Tower.
of France are you living? Venerable? What's your city?
Near the Paris.
Oh, near Paris. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, it's pretty easy.
Champs-Élysées. Champs-Élysées.
Maybe she cannot understand sometimes. Yeah, but definitely if you go there, yes, she has a temple over there. So yeah, one day we'll see you in Paris.
Yeah. Why
but
not?
not in the subway, in your temple.
Yeah.
There are many Sri Lankan living in France.
Yes, I know.
Many shopping also.
Okay, we don't want to disturb you. Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you. Good night.
Take care.
Bonnie.
Good night. Yeah, Messi.